Hi, and welcome back to another gear show. I know it's been way too long, and you deserve an explanation. Life happens. There's no getting around it. I lost my voice for a while. Heather got hospitalized twice between January and February. Um, the Appalachian Trip project has exploded gear-wise, which we'll be getting to later. But I want to tell you what's coming down the pipe for AGS. Since I'm going to be dividing my time between another gear show and Project Trail Legs, I'm going to kind of parallel the two. Whereas Project Trail Legs is going to be all about the Appalachian Trail through hike and the gear and the techniques and the skill sets needed to do that. I want to keep AGS kind of on the same plane, but we're going to be going about it in a slightly different direction. We're going to try it this way. This was one of my Christmas presents to myself this past year. It's the Dave Canterbury Bushcraft Boxed Set. I got a pretty decent deal on it, but that's neither here nor there. So another gear show over this next season is going to be going outdoors. We're going to be doing more hands-on type things. We're going to be doing primitive cooking, camping, shelter making, things like that. Stuff that there's already a ton of stuff on YouTube, but that I have no real experience with. So we're gonna start with these books as a reference and just go from there. One of the things I'm also gonna do that I've got planned in the works is I'm gonna do a review of some Esee knives, specifically the Azula and what is going to be my bushcraft knife, my SE4. I'll be doing reviews on those as well as showing you different things you can do with them. So plan on knife reviews, especially since I know nothing about knives. I'll be learning it along with you guys. We're also going to be doing a navigation episode, and not just GPS, but also compass navigation, orienteering, things like that. We're going to at least touch on a broad spectrum of techniques for navigation. So yeah, new equipment, new look, new technology. I have a lav mic. It's very exciting. But what I'll do is I'll keep this one short. As what we're trying to do now is we're trying to film segments and then we'll edit it together into something a little more cohesive rather than me just standing around rambling for however long. But I didn't want to leave you hanging, so we're going to do a micro review. A micro review for a micro tool that has become essential for my EDC, a Pokka pen. Pokka, P-O-K-K-A pen. These are a couple bucks a piece. They're essentially, I guess they're intended to be disposable pocket pens. They fit in a pocket very easily. What I like about these, as opposed to my Fisher Space Pen, I dropped it and it basically vacuum sealed, and I ended up having to get a pair of pliers and yanking it because I could not break the seal. So now the finish is all marred and it feels funky and whatnot. But this right here, it unpacks to approximately the same size. It writes very comfortably. It's much lighter weight than my Fisher Space Pen. So that's a consideration. The only thing I don't like, and it's purely a work-related thing for me, is there's no easy way to attach this to something. So if I'm going to be, if I'm going to be like up in a grid or up on a lift and I have to make notes on something, I don't want to drop this, I would essentially have to tape a dummy line to it. That being said, this is light enough that if I did drop it, I would not worry about it hurting somebody. It's a pen. It's a writing utensil. You should have one with you all the time so you can make notes of, there's a T-36 coming down the driveway and you need to do something about it, but you've also got to remember to pick up dog food. It's a pen. You know, go out, get yourself some good pens, get yourself comfortable with writing notes, because it's not a matter of if you forget shit, it's when you forget shit. And that's why you have to write things down. In my line of work, I can get handed a bunch of information, boom, 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 boom. I'll write it down, because there's no way I'm going to remember if these lights are on these circuits, or, you know, if this DMX channel is for this instrument, or what universe these instrument. It's a whole mess. If I don't write things down, I forget them. So this and some scratch paper or a notepad, which Pokka also does sell notepads, and I believe they sell kits as well. But yeah, link in the description for this, link in the description for the Dave Canterbury Bushcraft Box Set, which, by the way, in case you're wondering, comes with Bushcraft 101, Advanced Bushcraft, the Bushcraft Field Guide to Training, Trapping, Gathering, and Cooking, and the one I'm looking forward to digging into, Bushcraft First Aid. I think I picked this up for right around 30 bucks. I'll put a non-affiliate Amazon link in the description. I'll go ahead and put links to these now, even though I'm not reviewing them yet. Again, this is the SE4, and this is the Esee Azula. This won't be the one I review, though, mostly because this is a Blade HQ limited edition that I've been using for work, and I'm finally in a position where I can get this out of circulation, and I have a work Azula that I'm going to be doing the review with. Garmin Foretrex 401, they have a new version of this that actually has a ballistic calculator in it. I'll go ahead and put a link to this as well. Links to all this. Link to Pokka Pens. The other thing that I like about these, before I forget, you can buy them individually, packs of 5 or like packs of 20. So then it comes down to, I think it's that much for a pack of 20 pens. It's that much for a pack of Pokkas. So I haven't forgotten about you. No, I did not actually get my car stolen, so don't worry about that. I'm going to try to change up the format a little bit, so we probably won't have much more in the way of these kinds of static shots with me just yammering on about the greatness of a pen. It is a good pen, though. It writes really well. So there it is. I'm Mike. This is another gear show, and let me leave you with this. I hate going to the grocery store and spending a ton of time picking out organic vegetables, only to get home to find out that they're regular donuts.